Well, I'm not. I'm back in America. So yeah, yeah. This is the humidifier that removes humidity. Look, you see. I know that's different. Cause yeah, I'm back home. It feels misery, but this is where I'm usually at. Like, that's my actual home. But it's been 2 months already. I didn't cover anything in Mexico. I covered most of it, but I didn't cover what I planned. Cause there was something on your way, so that's the kitchen. I know. But yeah, that's actually my actual house I live in. The backyard. Yeah, I'm no longer in Mexico. Yeah, even though it's been 2 months, I still want to go back. This lights work, but I'm used to this lamp, so not a problem. This is what I like about this. It dims. And of course, I can shut the lights off and sleep if I want. There's black curtains, so. Tomorrow, my mom is going to work. She works in a cafeteria, so. But yeah, my mom. Well, school staff starts to work tomorrow, and the school starts next week, which is school will start on Tuesday, and Monday would be for freshmen. And I start my college class. Well, if you register to college, right? Which I am. I'm gonna start class at around August 29th. It's just a Wednesday class, and this evening I chose 6 p.m. through 7:45 p.m. And I'm gonna have a job at Goodwill. If you don't know what's that, I mean not Goodwill, Goodwill. This one, yeah, close to sophomore. I want to share my address because I don't even know. Yeah, well, yes, my friend is gonna roll my Bitcoin here. Uh huh. Then in there is September, October, November, and then oh here this week, my sister's birthday is this 23rd of November. This week is Thanksgiving break. I think it's this week for sure. Then one, two, maybe this is gonna be 4 weeks, and then this is probably gonna be, I think, around this week. It's gonna be Christmas break. Right? I don't know, but I might go to Mexico around this week. I think. But it's not a lot, so there's no point of going. And then there is January, February. The spring break is around somewhere this week, I think. Then April. When 1 year goes fast. May. If we love June, I might go back to Mexico, hopefully, for 2 months, a little over than that. So yeah, I'm back. It doesn't feel the same being in Mexico than here. This is actually United States, Pasadena, Texas. But we'll see what happens for a few days now. Cause I came home, yesterday we left the house in Montemorelos in Mexico at around 10:40 ish in the morning. Then around noon, a little past noon, I think at 1 p.m. we well, cause my sister went to buy tacos and that. But okay, we went to the border. There was a line, right? A line. I think we waited almost an hour. I think. Nah, hour, probably just 30 minutes. Then after that, we just did our usual trip. I stopped in Faforias to eat at Stripes, and yeah, I still have some food from the trip. The marineras. In case you didn't even know what's marineras, let me search it up. Well, like gancitos. Well, this brand Marinela, because my cousin Eduardo, the one who was here, and the one I was walking in his street to go to Family Dollar, that's him. Yeah, if you watch every day, but you might not know what I'm talking about. Because I don't know if I posted the video. Probably I decided to delete it. I don't know. Anyways, but he started back in Monterrey. That was his usual hometown, which I was too. Then we'll see. All right. Anyways, there's a lot of marinelas. He just like whatever it costs, he only purchases which cost half of it, which is awesome. My laptop, because of course, duh, I bring my laptop, my external hard drive everywhere in my headphones. But yeah, it's a misery to be honest. Being back home. The last time I was home here was June 17th. Count that day, June 17th. At June 17th, I left around 4 in the morning. I left this house 4 in the morning when my dad was drinking, but that doesn't matter. But yeah, 4 in the morning with my aunt in Houston, which is just 15 to 20 minutes away. It's not that far from here. I mean, to drive. And my grandma's house? Yeah, my grandma's house in Montemorelos. I told you? She also owns a house here in South Houston. Cause look, South Houston is close to Pasadena. It's not even far. Here to my grandma's house. Okay, not close to be walking. Not just to the point. Not to the point where no, because the one my grandma's house in Montemorelos was actually really close, which is less than a minute away. But I'm talking about a few minutes away, like 10 minutes away from here to my grandma's, probably a little less. Depends on, because there is a traffic light. Obviously, we go by Spencer Highway, if you know what I'm talking about. But it's not that far. And then my grandma's house. Alright, it's on the third. I don't know what street, but it has a number only. And then keep going forward. A few minutes away, there is my aunt's house in Houston by Edgebrook, somewhere around there. I'm not gonna say the exact address. I'm just saying the approximate location. And here we're close by Strawberry, somewhere around Blueberry. I don't know. Well, don't be looking, because. But yeah, it's not that far. We live around the same area. Kind of, yeah. It's part of County Harris. It's not. We're close, at least. My grandma's house is probably the smallest, but it is elevated, meaning it shouldn't flood. It's elevated, if you know what I mean, right? And then my aunt house, the problem is my aunt house does flood because the street's higher ground than the house. But I will do that sometimes because I'm basically live here, so I could go there anytime I wish. September, Christmas, I don't know, any day. But Mexico, well, good question. From here to my grandparents' house in Montemorelos, it's Okay, from here to the border of Mexico, it's actually 6 hours and a half. We gotta go by Sugarland, Victoria, Rose, I don't know, all the way to Corpus. We pass Corpus, Fafurias, Rivera, then Brownsville to McAllen, then a border crossing. Excuse me. Then the passport, then the actual boarding, then to check you. They check, of course, when you cross, and then off to Tamaulipas, Reynosa. That's the dangerous part. Mexico's not dangerous throughout that part I mentioned. And then it's just 2 hours and a half before we're home. So yeah. It is far away. If we took an airplane, it'll be safer. Number one, it's safer. Number two, how should I say it? Well, Mexico isn't that dangerous, but it is. I mean, precautions never hurt. And yes, the internet here is kind of good too. Even my in-house in Monterrey, but otherwise, the internet, my data is actually really good too. I'm using Wi-Fi because I'm not gonna waste my data. Cause my mobile data is really fast here too. It is not, and I can use it all I want, but there's like 22 gigabytes by 4 device. That's my limit. Now that's our limit. But in Mexico, it's just 0.5 gigabytes a day per day only. Because if you were wasted that day, you have a chance for the next day and the next day. It's like SpongeBob reference. But yeah, I know the stream is long, but I've been out for a while. Now I may be busy with college, now maybe with a job, so that's a lot of, you know, about the Phineas and Ferb stuff. Sure, I'll try my best to find something. And then it's 4:23 in the afternoon. Yeah, probably maybe some county is already back to school session. Me, not yet. Well, hey, I don't have school. I graduated. I'm in college, so yeah. Making Bitcoin. Well, if y'all know what's up with Bitcoin, just comment down below because I would say well, yeah. But when I was born in Conroe, Texas, however, then I kind of want to go back to my old town. I've had some recording. I might upload some recording in Mexico, but that'll be it. Because I'm a bit lazy to, you know, upload it. Yeah, because, I'm a bit speechless because I'm tired. But I want to say that, yeah, excuse me, but hold on. The Mexico thing, yes, once a year. But then this year, I don't know. We'll see about. I mean, I'm already out of school, so what's the whole point of saying what's up with the next school year? See, you might miss high. I kind of miss high school. But you know what? Life is life. I'm already 14 minutes with 33 seconds and live streaming. About to be down. I'm down up to 15 seconds. And the internet in Montemorelos, or my grandparents' house, oh my goodness, it's so slow. Here's why. The optical fiber. It has to do with optical fiber. No, in Montemorelos already construction. It's Monterrey's already construction. Even Montemorelos. It's already constructed. It's already made to begin with. Yeah, it actually has to do. I don't know what they use here, but basically, let's put it this way. I think passing this bar, for example, let's pretend there's a bar. Also, and then where we live, maybe this area, they lack optical fiber, and I live around this area, so the internet. Sometimes the internet is usable to write, but not to stream. The internet is barely usable. Let's look up what's optical fiber. Basically, that's where because But yes, see the internet. I usually have fast connection. The only reason why it was slow because of my grandparents' house, and then if you wonder who managed that, well, my cousin. Obviously, my grandparents is not responsible for anything. They don't even know. So my cousin's in charge, and sometimes my uncle. Yeah, my uncle who installed the mini split. By the way, my uncle who's a fixer and installer, his birthday was yesterday. I don't know how old he turned, but he's on his 50s. Yeah, Mexican. Yeah. They live in Mexico. I live close to him when I'm in Mexico. But yes, there's no more lit stuff here, so but I'm in this live stream because I'm back home. Well, I'm not too tired no more. It's just a misery if you're back home. If you know what I mean. Well, this is my usual. Well, goodbye now.